Hello friends and family of YouTube, it's Travis again, and today we're going to be hiking up to Courthouse Rock and then on up to Quilliam Cave. But before we get started, let me give you some directions on how to get here, and those are coming up right now. If you're driving from the Maryville-Alcoa area, you will pass through the city of Townsend. When you reach the Townsend Y, turn left going towards Gatlinburg. It's about a 35 to 40 minute drive to get to this point. This will bring you to Sugarland's Visitor Center, and we're going to make a right going towards North Carolina. So you're going to pass a couple of quiet walkways, but you got to drive up here a little bit further. Past this parking area on the left, which is an overlook. Alright, so there's a parking area right there on the left, but you want to pull up here to this little smaller parking on the right. Alright, as you can see, there's only parking on this side for maybe a couple of vehicles. There is the other parking area right down here that I mentioned that'll hold probably another 2 to 3 cars, but this trail is not marked, so you have to pay attention on how to get here. It's about a 5-minute drive from where we turned down at Sugarland Visitor Center to get here, and if you're using like the All Trails app that gives you directions, it'll actually tell you to park down a little closer that way, but this is really where the trailhead starts. So just try to be looking for that. It's kind of a difficult spot to find if you're not familiar with it, because there is no signage, as I mentioned before. Alright, so welcome back. Again, I mentioned we're going to be hiking up to Courthouse Rock and Quilliam Cave. It's, I think, about 4.5 miles round trip. Take about, I don't know, 2.5 to 3 hours to hike this. It is an awesome trail if you have the opportunity. So let me shut up for a minute and we'll head on up the trail and I'll show you some of the views. All right, so this is called Moonshine Cave, and it is rumored that this is where the Quilliam family would stash their moonshine and then use some of these rocks here to wall it off to hide it from authorities. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but regardless, it makes for a really awesome story. So this trail has a couple of really good overlooks where these big rock formations are at. So let me show you the first one here. So not bad. Definitely with the leaves and everything off the trees, the visibility's better. However, you don't have much to look at because the mountains are pretty bare right now. But let me show you what the second one looks like. And here is the second overlook. So definitely a better view. It's a little higher. That's the one that we were at a minute ago, and you don't have near the obstructions. So I like this one much better. When you get to this point in the trail, you're going to see that it veers up through there. You'll see that little rock wall, but there's a little trail that goes down here that we're going to go down and take a look real quick. So this is known as Road Turn Branch Falls. And no, I did not name that. I don't know where that came from, but it is an awesome little waterfall. And normally in the summer, it's just kind of a trickle. But right now, quite a bit of water flowing on it. So a pretty awesome sight. All right, so we're back up here to the main trail again. When you see this log here in the trail, go over, and then right next to it, there's a little trail that turns up to the right. This will take us back to Courthouse Rock. So it's only about a 2 or 3 minute walk from the main trail to when you get here. And that's Courthouse Rock right there. So let's go up here and investigate. All right, so here we are. And I don't know if you can tell on the GoPro how tall this rock really is, but it is a massive structure. It's actually the only freestanding rock formation in the Smoky Mountain National Park. So that's a neat little tidbit of information. All right, well, I'm gonna ease my way out here a little bit, but I'm not gonna go too far. I need more courage than what I've got since I'm up here by myself. But anyway, apparently you can get up there to the top. This was known to be a place where the Cherokees would come and hold tribunal, or I guess court, and that's why it's known as Courthouse Rock. But they're a lot braver than I am, because I'm not going to attempt to climb up there. I've always wanted to since I found this place, but just not going to be able to do it. Let me see if I can get a shot of that rock. So huge rock formation. But anyway, and some snow up here too, so that's a bonus. Just having to work my way around to get over here to the actual Quilliam cave. And it's kind of a pain because you can't tell with this snow if where you're about to step is on solid ground or if you're about to hit a hole somewhere. Oh man. All right, we just got to get there, so give me just a second. All right, so here's just one last view of Quilliam Cave before we get out of here. Pretty awesome little spot. So if you do get the opportunity to come up here and visit it, I would highly recommend it. But as I've mentioned before, I would suggest doing it before it gets too warm, just because of the snakes that could be lingering around. All right, so that was Courthouse Rock to Quilliam Cave. It's about 4.5 miles round trip. Take about 2.5 to 3 hours, depending on how much time you want to spend at each. We did stop along the way at Moonshine Cave, Road Turn Branch Falls, Courthouse Rock, and then Quilliam Cave, which is where we're at right now. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. I'd also go ahead and ask that you hit the subscribe button. Doesn't cost anything. It'll just give you a notification the next time I publish another video. But until next time, just keep walking.